Hello everyone and welcome back to James Talk Cycling. The 2023 road season has begun. It's just got underway with the Women's Tour Down Under. I'm going to take you through the Women's Tour Down Under, what's happened so far, make a prediction for tomorrow, and then we'll look at the men's race. 5 stages, starting with a prologue around Adelaide and ending on Mount Lofty. Let's get to it. The women's tour is split off into 3 stages. Stage 1 is a sprint to Aldana. Stage 2 uses Mount Lofty, but not as the finish. Uradria, well, however you say it. Stage 2 for a probable reduced bunch sprint. Then the Queen stage will be Campbelltown, and that is on the corkscrew. 2.4 kilometers long at an average of 9%. So it's a good test, but it comes with a decent way to the finish. Stage 1 was won by Human Powered Health, where Daria Pikulik took the win, took the first leader's jersey of 2023. Stage 2 on Mount Lofty, it was a reduced sprint. EF led out superbly for Team Jayco's Alex Manley to take the win, and it all settles down on the final stage to Campbelltown. I think the corkscrew will create too many gaps for many, and looking at the start list for the race, I think it's going to be between 2. Amanda Spratt, who will be the better climber, and Grace Brown, who will be hanging on and hoping to take it in the sprint. From that, I'm going to go with Grace Brown to take the win. FDJ starting off strong with a good GC win in the Tour Down Under. On to the men's race now. 5 stages, starting off with a prologue around Adelaide. 5 kilometers long, so really doesn't suit someone like Rowan Dennis. It's also on road bikes, so you can't get into a TT position, obviously. For me, it's between 3 riders. Platt, Hayter, and Michael Matthews will be the favourites, but I wouldn't be surprised if some sprinters were close up there as well. They tend to be pretty good at the sort of prologue stages. Stage 2 is a hilly stage. I think it will be harder than people think. It's a hilly stage to Tanunda with 5 laps of the Menglers Hill, 4.5 kilometers long. It's an average of 3.7%. Not hard enough to create too many gaps in the GC, but I think it will drop the sprint out and out sprinters like Ewan, Groves, Bauhaus. Hayter will be up there again, Michael Matthews, and 2 dark horses for this stage, Paddy Bevan and Robert Stannard. I think Robert Stannard especially could do really well on GC if given half the chance. Stage 3 is the stage to Campbelltown featuring the corkscrew. 2.4, an average of 9%, as we mentioned. This will be between Ineos, so they've got many leaders, Platt, Hayter, Ethan Hayter, not Leo Hayter, and Sheffield. They'll be looking to attack and drop Michael Matthews with the likes of Simon Clark, Alessandro Corvi, Hershey, Honore, Stannard, and Paddy Bevan. Whoever wants to drop Michael Matthews in the GC will have to do it quickly on the corkscrew. Make it really hard. Penultimate stage is Toowoolonga. Sadly, they're not doing the climb, but it is a hill sprint. The final kilometre looks uphill, so it's going to be a tough test for them. Matthews, Hayter, Groves, Ewan, and Bauhaus will probably be the favourites for that. Matthews and Hayter, they'll look to make it hard with their lead out. to try and gas Ewan before they get to the line. Groves, he's an in-between sprinter. I don't see them dropping him. And the final stage is to Mount Lofty, 1.5 kilometers long. It's 6.8% average. They do it several times. So will it be hard enough to drop Matthews? I think probably the way they will go. For me, the favourites for that stage and kind of in turn the GC will be Plapp, Hindley, O'Connor, Storer, Rob Stannard, and Jay Vine. The likes of Hayter could go well. He paces climbs reasonably well. Matthews will have to hang on and hope he's built a time gap in the bonuses from the sprints. And yeah, it's great race. Heat, hot weather, and over on the other side, I'll predict who I think is going to win from the favourites that there are. So as I mentioned, we've got loads of different types of favourites for this race. You've got Ineos that have 3 riders that are capable of doing good TTs, sprinting reasonably well, and climbing pretty well as well. Platt obviously is, for me, the favourite of those two. I think he won the Aussie Road Race, which was in brilliant fashion, aggressive style, and I think he'll take it to there and be one of the top favourites. Ethan Hayter will have to prologue well and then sprint well, and similar to Matthews, will have to hang on the climbs. Sheffield's a bit of an in-between. Michael Matthews and Simon Yates will lead Jayco. UAE will have sort of a 3-leader prone attack with Jay Vine, Colby, and Hershey. And then the rest, I think the main guys are Hindley, Shackman, Stannard, Clark, Schmidt, and Bilbao. From that, I'm going to go for Luke Plapp to win the race. I had written down Ethan Hayter, but I've changed my mind. I think he'll make the corkscrew and Lofty difficult enough to drop the sprinters, and I think Platt will take the GC. This is my dark horse, though, Rob Stannard. I think he will really kick on this season, and he showed good form last season in many races, but I think he'll really kick on this year and contend some of the decent stages, hilly stages, sorry, on week-long races. So thank you for watching. Let me know your predictions down in the comments section below, and I will see you in a week for a short review of the Tour Down Under, and also previewing the season. We've got a lot of races to come in the next 8-9 months. So I'll see you then.